The year was 1940, a time when the world was on the brink of chaos. The world was engulfed in the flames of World War II, a conflict that would reshape nations and lives forever. Darkness spread across Europe as Nazi Germany tightened its grip, leaving a trail of destruction and despair. Millions faced persecution and death, particularly the Jewish communities who were targeted with relentless cruelty. It was a time of unimaginable cruelty, a time when hope seemed lost and humanity was pushed to its darkest limits. Yet, in this abyss of despair, a beacon of light emerged from an unexpected place, a Japanese diplomat named Chiune Sugihara, whose actions would defy the odds. Sugihara was a man of duty and compassion, driven by a deep sense of moral responsibility. He was born in Japan in 1900 and joined the Japanese Foreign Ministry, where he quickly rose through the ranks. His diplomatic skills took him to various corners of the world, where he gained a reputation for his integrity and dedication. In 1939, he received his assignment to Lithuania, a small Baltic nation caught in the crosshairs of war, a place that would soon become a pivotal point in his life. Little did he know that this assignment would forever change his life and the lives of thousands of others as he embarked on a mission of extraordinary courage and compassion. Sugihara arrived in Kaunas, the temporary capital of Lithuania, with his family. He was tasked with monitoring the movements of German and Soviet troops. Europe was a powder keg and tensions were running high. Sugihara diligently performed his duties, observing the geopolitical chess game unfolding around him. However, beyond the strategic reports and diplomatic cables, Sugihara witnessed a different reality unfolding, a human tragedy of immense proportions. Thousands of Jewish refugees, fleeing the Nazi onslaught in Poland, streamed into Lithuania, seeking safety and a way out. They had escaped the horrors of the ghettos, leaving behind their homes, possessions and loved ones. They clung to the hope of finding refuge, a chance to live. Outside the Japanese consulate in Kaunas, a long line snaked its way down the street. Day after day, desperate Jewish refugees gathered, their faces etched with fear and uncertainty. They carried with them only the clothes on their backs and a flicker of hope that the Japanese consulate might offer them sanctuary. Sugihara saw their plight firsthand. He listened to their stories of persecution, of families torn apart, and of the constant threat of death. He saw the terror in their eyes, the desperation in their pleas. These were not just numbers or statistics in a war. They were human beings facing unimaginable suffering. Sugihara, a man of conscience, could not ignore their cries for help. Section 4. Courage against orders. Sugihara found himself at a moral crossroads, a moment that would test his principles and his resolve. His government, allied with Nazi Germany, had given him strict orders not to issue transit visas to Jewish refugees, a directive that weighed heavily on his conscience. To defy these orders would be an act of treason, putting his career and his family at risk, a risk that was not to be taken lightly. Yet to turn a blind eye to the suffering before him was unthinkable, a moral dilemma that gnawed at his very soul. After much deliberation, Sugihara made a decision that would define his legacy, a choice that would echo through history. He chose to follow his conscience, his deep-seated belief in the sanctity of human life, a belief that transcended orders and regulations. He decided to defy his government's orders and issue transit visas to the Jewish refugees, an act of defiance that saved countless lives. It was a decision that required immense courage, a willingness to put the needs of others before his own, a testament to the power of individual action in the face of overwhelming odds. Section 5. Stories of Hope. Every visa Sugihara signed was a beacon of hope in a sea of despair. He worked tirelessly, day and night, handwriting visas for as many refugees as he could. He knew that time was of the essence, that each visa could mean the difference between life and death. One of the refugees he saved was a young boy named Soligano. Soli, separated from his family, arrived at the consulate terrified and alone. Sugihara, seeing the fear in the young boy's eyes, took him aside, comforted him, and personally wrote him a visa. Solly, thanks to Sugihara's compassion, was able to escape to safety. He never forgot the Japanese diplomat who saved his life. Section 6. The last train from Kaunas. As the situation in Lithuania grew increasingly precarious, Sugihara continued his work. Even when the Japanese consulate was ordered to close, Sugihara refused to abandon the refugees. He moved his operation to a hotel room, determined to issue as many visas as possible before it was too late. On September 1st, 1940, Sugihara boarded the last train leaving Kaunas. As the train pulled away from the station, he continued to write visas, flinging them from the window to desperate hands reaching up from the platform. Even in his final moments in Lithuania, Sugihara's thoughts were with the refugees he was trying to save. Section 7. A legacy of courage. Sugihara's actions had a profound impact on the lives of countless individuals. His bravery and selflessness during a time of great peril did not go unnoticed. It is estimated that he issued over 6,000 visas, saving the lives of thousands of Jewish refugees. Each visa represented a lifeline, a chance for survival amidst the horrors of war. These refugees, who otherwise would have perished in the Holocaust, were able to escape to safety, rebuilding their lives in new lands. They found new homes, new opportunities, and a chance to start over. They carried with them the memory of the Japanese diplomat who risked everything to save them. His courage became a beacon of hope and a symbol of humanity. Sugihara's story is a testament to the power of one individual to make a difference. His actions remind us that even in the darkest times, there is always a choice. In the face of unimaginable cruelty, he chose compassion. He stood against the tide of hatred and violence, offering a helping hand to those in need. In the face of blind obedience, he chose courage. His defiance was not just an act of rebellion, but a profound statement of moral integrity. And in doing so, he became a beacon of hope in one of history's darkest chapters. His legacy continues to inspire generations to stand up for what is right. His legacy is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph over evil. Sugihara's courage and compassion are a testament to the enduring power of humanity.